So let me ask you this. What's wrong with the blacks?
What do you mean, what's wrong with blacks?
What's wrong with the blacks?
Well, I don't know. What are you talking about? Well, I don't know. They've given us incredible culture.
Like what?
They're like America's got the best culture because we have cool black people.
What type of incredible culture they've given you?
I mean, everything.
Like what?
Jazz,
music,
rock and roll. Yeah.
Oh, and what else?
Sports.
What?
Sports?
And what else?
Entertainment.
Okay, so they can dance.
Art.
They can dance and they can sing.
Yeah, America lets them do that, but they don't give them anything else.
And why do we need to give them anything?
What do you mean?
What else should
What
we
are you
give them?
trying to get me to do right now? I'm not going to tell you this. Jesse, what are you doing? Listen, I'm not a fucking... I'm not a... What do you think? I'm a political scientist, sociologist here. Ask me what's wrong with the blacks? You tell me what's wrong with the blacks. You're the guy that you go on TV, right? Or on the internet. You're like, I'm black, and I think that black people stink, right? Or suck.
No, I say I'm black and I'm slow.
You're slow?
Yeah.
And then there are white guys that watch it and they're like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Do black guys go to your church? It has the majority of your church is white guys, right?
No, all races.
All races.
Yeah.
But you think
I gotta ask you about, I gotta ask you about the mama show you have.
There have to be some guys that hear you say that and it feels so good for them, but not in a wrong way.
What do you mean?
You're criticizing, like I criticize Jews all the time, right? Like I think that it's wrong that we're like at war with what is the like this? It's a nightmare, this whole thing, right? I'm critical of it, right? But I have a right to be because I'm Jewish, right?
Right.
So if you are critical of black people, it's in the same way because you're a black man in America, right? But you don't think that they're like white fellas hearing that, and that they're like, hell yes, but not in the same way as you saying it.
What way
you don't think that they're like a little bit like they're not like, it's like when Chris Rock has that joke. There are two types of black people. There's black people and then the N-word, right? Like a black guy laughs at that because he has like a cultural understanding of it. But then there have to be white guys that are like, hell yeah, dude. That's what I've been saying, dude. But it's not the same type of processing of it.
But what way?
Right?
I don't understand that.
Why?
I don't.
Because you know about your shit. I know about my shit.
But I don't know what you mean by that, though.
Oh, that I think that people.
So let's say Chris Rock said that, and I laugh, and the other black people laugh.
It's not on Chris Rock. It's not on Chris Rock to censor himself, right? It's his joke, right?
And so
but
when he says it, and I laugh, and the white people laugh, what's the difference between the laughter?
Because when you say that black people suck, right, as a black guy,
right,
you say it because you have a frustration with people that you've grown up with, and I'm not saying you're right or wrong, right? But you have an experience as a black guy, right? But don't you think it's a question? I don't know what the answer is,
right?
But don't you think that there's some white guys that are saying it because they're like just don't like black guys? That they kind of like it, but not for the. You're saying it because you have an experience, and they're saying it because they have that appeals to them because they have a prejudice, probably, right?
Because
why am I talking about this on the internet, Jesse? Why are you making me? I have to plug my computer in.
What are you doing?
My computer's not plugged in.
Oh, It's a funny. So if it's funny,
Why are you asking me, some freaking low IQ comedian in New York City, what's wrong with the blacks? This is your thing. This is what you've gained a claim for this.
But listen, if Chris
No,
Rock,
you listen, Jesse. I'm keeping you honest right now because I think you're a good guy.
If Chris Rock made a joke like that, and I'm sitting there, it's funny, and there are white people in the same audience, and they laugh about it too, why are the laughers different? They're laughing at a joke.
I'm saying, if you're saying that black people are no good, right? You're saying it in a different way, and someone that thinks that without the same understanding as you, right? I'm not even saying you're right. You shouldn't snitch too. You're a snitch. You shouldn't do it, dude.
What do you mean?
Because it's just like not in front of them.
In front of who?
Not in front of them.
Who?
You know.
No.
Like sometimes for the
In front
Jews
of who?
too. Sometimes like it's a little bit like, you know, like don't be so embarrassing in front of the Gentiles, right?
Right.
That's like a notion we have in our minds, where it's like we're all so embarrassing. We're like obnoxious. We talk too much. We're obsessed with ourselves.
But when you say not in front of them,
sometimes it's just like let's not in front of them. Let's tone it down.
When you say not in front of them, who are
We're
you referring
embarrassing
to?
ourselves. So, but you're doing it in front of them.
In front of who?
I think you're a good guy, Jesse.
Adam. In front of who?
Guys that don't like black people.
But there are a whole lot of black people that don't like black people. How would I know?
I'm not saying that.
How would I know?
What I'm saying is does it feel like, do you feel like that there have to be some guys that don't get what you're saying, but get off on what you're saying?
I never think about that.
If you say that.
I never think about that.
Why not?
Why should I?
That's a moral thing.
Why should I?
Because you're a man of God. Because you're a man of God.
What?
It's a moral quandary, right? It's a moral quandary. So Chris Rock has that moral quandary. He says, if I tell this joke, you know, maybe people will laugh at it in a different way, right? That's a moral quandary. So, but what I'm asking you is if you've processed that in a moral, like in that same sense.
I never.
And I'm not saying it's I believe in the First Amendment. Say whatever you want to say.
Oh, let me ask you this, because of time.
Yeah.
So if I went to one of your shows,
this is so embarrassing. This whole thing has been embarrassing, but I feel like I really like you as a guy.
Let me ask.
Yeah.
Ask.
Go ahead.
If I'm at your show and you're making jokes about the Jews, right? And
myself, kind of, yeah.
Right,
but
and you're making jokes about the Jews, and I'm cracking up. Should I be laughing or not?
It's interesting. I've had that question. It's like, did people in like the Midwest watch Woody Allen movies? Because those movies got like wide distribution, right? But it's like, who the hell wants to see that crap? I get it. I'm like, that stuff makes so much sense to me, but it's like, it's so like, I can't imagine that it would appeal to other people.
Should I be laughing if you're making Jewish jokes?
Jewish, like what sense? Like Jewish people
at
or
one
what?
At one of your shows, and you're up making jokes, and they're really funny.
I'm mainly making fun of myself.
And let's say that all the Jews are laughing, they're cracking up. And I'm sitting there and I wonder, should I laugh or not?
It's a similar
So should I laugh?
Right?
Should I laugh?
But I guess I don't do Jewish jokes.
I thought you said you did.
I do Jewish, like self-deprecation, right? So making fun of yourself is like a self-deprecation. It's like it's an aspect of comedy that, like, a lot of Jewish guys.
But let me ask, because of time, I got to keep moving here. If you're making Jewish jokes in an audience full of Jews,
what kind of Jewish joke? But I'm not. That's not what I said. I make fun of myself.
Oh,
right?
Okay.
Which is a Jewy thing to do.
So if you made a Jewy joke,
I'm not like.
If you made a Jewish joke, should I laugh in a Jewish audience?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you this: you have a
I
show
think it
called.
might-
You have a show called. You
Well,
host a
did
show.
I answer your question? Or you're
Well-
moving on.
Oh, go ahead.
You could have, Jesse. You could have pressed me on that. I was vulnerable. You had me on the ropes right there, and then you moved on.
But I'm not trying to have you on a rope.
You know what you did? You turned the other cheek, much like this guy from Nazareth.
So let me ask: should I?
Yes.
If I'm in the audience and you making a bunch of Jewish jokes, you know.
What? You keep saying Jewish. I mean, the main Jewish joke is my face that people have to look at.
And should I laugh?
I mean, if you think that my nose is how revolting I look is funny, absolutely laugh at me.
Well, how about if you say, I have a
What do you
Jewish.
mean? What is a Jewish joke? Can you explain what that is?
I don't know. You're the comedian.
You keep saying Jewish jokes. I just don't understand what you mean.
But I thought you said that you made Jewish jokes.
I said that I do self-deprecation.
Okay, I got you now. I'll have you now.
Okay,
But let me
I'll give you an
ask
example.
though, and give me a quick answer because of time. If
No, I don't want to stop talking to you. We got another hour, baby.
So let me ask: if you should make a Jewish joke, and I'm in the audience with a bunch of Jews, should I laugh?
Okay, help me out for a
Should I
second.
laugh?
I'm not. Help me out for a second. Could you please tell me a Jewish joke so I can understand what you mean?
Jews love money.
Is that a joke? What are you talking about? That's a joke?
But should I laugh about that? If you made that joke,
But
and I'm in
should
the
you
audience,
laugh about Jews love money?
what?
Tell me a Jewish joke. Listen, you're a free speech conservative. I'm not sensitive. I'm a comedian.
Right.
I believe in the First Amendment. So just tell me. You have to know one.
I just told you one. You didn't think it was funny.
Jews love money is not. It didn't have the structure of a joke. It didn't have a setup. It didn't have a punchline.
Jews have a big nose.
Jesse, you're funny. I believe in you. Okay.